Cow dung is antiseptic. It's antimicrobial. Hi lovely loves, how are you guys doing today? The sun is bright, the sun is sunning. I hope you guys are doing fine. Welcome to my YouTube channel again. And if you're new, my name is Akech Joy Winnie. And in today's video, we are going to be refreshing the floors of our houses, the hut specifically. And we do that using cow dung. So we are going to smear the floor with cow dung to make it look fresh, nice, beautiful. And if you watch my videos a lot, I've always told you guys that cow dung is very versatile. People in my village we adore cow dung. That's why we rear cattle. And so, if you're new to this concept, sometimes you may get an ew effect, but for us it's okay. It's our livelihood. We don't mind cow dung. The first thing is to collect the cow dung. I've already collected some, as you can see. So let's collect some more and let's start what has brought us today. So the first step, the second step is to get the things out. Because you can't be smearing the house with things inside. Don't tell me you thought you had to leave the things inside before you smeared the house. Our precious baby will be here. Did I tell you guys this pot is older than me? We started using this pot a long time ago, but I wonder how it has stayed this long. It's the care we give it. You carry it carefully and gracefully. Take good care of your pots. Our baby pot, this is used mostly for cooking, and also our elders use it to take the traditional brew. We call it kong. Always careful. Always careful. Almost done. I'm done taking out everything, so it's time to start smearing the floor of this beautiful house. Come with me. Since the floor has worn out, sprinkling some water will help with the dust while you're sweeping. This broom is really old, but I love it because it knows all the corners of the house. So you see how sprinkling water makes it less dusty? And also the reason we are sweeping it clean, so that there aren't any particles later that will be in my way, rather in our way, while we smear the floor. It's easy to use such short brooms because normally our huts are not very wide and so big, so it's doable. So this is a lot of dust and soil, meaning the floor needed to be refreshed. If you see these punches here, that's why cow dung is so vital in our livelihood here. It's gonna get rid of this dust once the whole floor has been fully smeared. Ain't that beautiful? I think it's beautiful. Oh, here we go. We are gonna start smearing the floor of this beautiful house. So I need to create a space that will take in the water. Okay. Do you know how you guys mix cement? That's how we also mix cow dung. So I need to adjust a little bit because it doesn't need to be loose and it doesn't need to still be hard, because then working through it will be easier. Just a little bit of more water. I think this will be good. Sometimes when the floors are still very dry, you sprinkle some water so that it's easy to work through the cow dung as you push it out of your way. Smear, you clean, okay? Because you don't want to go back all the way and start cleaning it once the job is done. So you smear as you clean, you smear as you clean. And normally I do this with my little sister, but she's at school right now and I have to do it by myself. Keep moving the cow dung to areas that you haven't done yet, and if need be, add some water. Putting a little bit of water in your hands also helps smoothen it out really well. Let's keep going. I remember the first time I ever smeared the house with cow dung. It was actually at the school I went through in the village. I studied in that school for 2 terms, and that was around 10 years old. I was in primary 4. And that school, we used to refresh the floors with cow dung. And it was the turn for primary 4 to refresh the floors with cow dung. And I was on that list. I was so terrified. I was so scared. I kept asking, is it even possible to do this? Won't I get sick? I was like devastated. But then I saw my friends who were doing it so freely. They are happy about smearing the floors. And I was excited to give it a try. And since then, I've never really been afraid of cow dung. And I've not had the ill effect that most of you have, even right now as you're watching this video. Anyways, lovely loves, this is a part of various cultures in Africa. I don't know about other places around the world, the different continents. But for us, it's something we do and our forefathers did, and it's not dangerous. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing something that is dangerous for our health and putting our lives on a standstill, or even putting our lives in danger. I don't know if I've told you guys before, but I guess I can say it again. Not so. Cow dung is antiseptic. It's antimicrobial. It has natural properties in it that helps prevent disease-causing microorganisms from thriving in it. Well, our forefathers did not have all the vocabulary and the diction, the scientific diction to use for such things, but I guess somehow they knew that this was something safe to use. And also, I personally prefer and trust to use the cow dung that we've gotten from our own animals. Reason being, our animals, we know what we feed them, and they 100% feed on organic green, organic grass that grows wildly, elephant grass and all the different kinds of grass. And sometimes they may eat bananas, peelings, and also banana leaves or sweet potato, but all that still is organic. It's easy to trust the food that they eat, meaning you can trust their poop as well. That being said, I remember a few days ago I posted a video about refreshing our winnows, and this person said after that you need to wash your hands with a lot of alcohol, like sanitize. And I totally understand the feeling that person has, and I can't blame them, because to them this is literally like poop. But if you notice, in kraals where animals are fed on organic pasture, it's so hard to find houseflies loitering around the cow dung. So it's not dangerous to use cow dung. It's not something that will kill you. Otherwise the whole village would be dead. And the reason why we use cow dung for the floors, as you can see, it has those binding properties. Cow dung is the free cement that you use. It has the effects of making the floor look so smooth and flat, and it covers all the sand that may have come through in the process of constructing the house, and it helps to prevent the dust. You guys saw earlier when I was sweeping the floors of how dusty this house was, but after smearing with cow dung, it's so hard even to see any dust coming through in this house. That's one of the reasons we use cow dung, among many others. One of the other reasons that I want to share with you why we use cow dung for our floors is kind of cute. It helps us connect with our animals. While it refreshes the smell of our huts, cow dung, when it's dry, it has a very earthy scent, because literally this is plant waste that comes out in form of dung. So imagine plant waste that has fully dried up. It smells so earthy and delicious. Someone just did like, hmm? Anyways, it connects us to our animals. It reminds us of our animals. I have one of the cows at home that I named Sarai. Actually, Sarai just gave birth to a son, and I named the son Jacob. So cute. So anyways, every time I'm in this house and I scent the cow dung, I'm reminded of Sarai and Jacob and how gracious they are to provide for us something we use to make our houses look beautiful. It's so important to smoothen out as you go. The only time I'll get back to where I've already smeared, when I am sweeping out the cow dung that is already dried out. Because even still, there will be a few pieces that stay as I smear the cow dung. So I need to smoothen all that out later once the cow dung is dry with a broom. I personally think I have so many different personalities. If you found me in a classroom teaching the students, you wouldn't think I would be on a runway modeling for different brands around the world. And if you saw me in the runway, you wouldn't think I can squat in a grass-thatched house and refreshing the floor with cow dung. So, understanding me is totally hard. I also don't understand myself. If you try to understand my personality, you're gonna get retakes. Anyways, guys, so one of the other reasons we use cow dung for our floors is that it helps repel dangerous animals and insects from the house. This cow poop you see has those properties. How phenomenal. It helps repel scorpions. We don't normally have scorpions here. I haven't seen any for the years I've lived, but we do have snakes sometimes, dangerous snakes. So can you imagine cow dung has the properties that helps repel those dangerous insects from our houses? And also things like centipedes, they don't like cow dung. So that's one of the reasons we also use cow dung and not anything else for our houses. Why the hand, by the way? If I made you a tablecloth, one with a machine and the other is handmade, which one will you value more? I personally would value the handmade one because I knew it took feelings, it took time, it took dedication, it took emotions to make that handmade material. So when it comes to cow dung and using our hands, this is how we are communicating and connecting with our animals. And the hand pays attention to the details. And when we are smearing the floor, it's important to use this hand while smoothing it out. You could smear with the palm of your hand, okay? But when it comes to smoothing it out, you're gonna use this side of your hand. It does the job really nice. It helps estimate the amount of cow dung that is going on the floor. As you see these parts here, they're already starting to dry out. So meaning by the time I'm done, mostly the whole floor where I started will be dry. And also sprinkling water helps you smoothen out the cow dung even better, even though there will still be a few pieces that will stay behind, but those are the ones that will be worked out by the broom. Also, another reason we use cow dung is because it has thermo-insulating properties. Cow dung has the ability to retain the heat or regulate the temperatures of the heart in a way. So that's why we use cow dung instead of any other thing to smear the floors of our houses. So don't be on dusty floors because you can't afford cement. Just go get some cow dung. If you don't have cows, go ask some cow dung from the neighbors. We are almost coming to the finishing line of this Olympic race of smearing cow dung. Anyways, I'll do this again, smearing and refreshing this floor, probably at the end of the year. It's highly advised to do this 3 to 4 times a year. 3 times, 4 times, it's tiring, huh? But that means you have 3 more times of repelling insects and dangerous animals from your house. You have 3 more times to be able to retain heat in your house, reconnect with your animals. Fresh flows with earthy scents that helps with your sleep at night. Did you know that? By the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe. Drop me that like and that share. And tap the notification bell to be notified when I post a video. I'll be so happy about that. Also, by the time I'm done with this, I'll have worked my glutes out. Lovely loves, we are done with smearing the house, and after about 3 hours we'll come back and sweep together the remaining cow dung, the particles that stayed behind. Also, besides having a refreshed floor, well scented floor, I feel so worked out. It's like I'm from a gym. My glutes, my thighs, they're gonna be on a next level summer body. But anyways, check that out. Hi guys, Broom here, Joy here, lovely loves over there. So a few hours later, it's time to sweep the little pieces of cow dung that stayed on the floor while I was smearing, that are lingering around, idle and disorderly, trying to find direction. I'm going to show them direction by sweeping them together and throwing them out. And specifically, I'm using this broom because this broom is very light. You remember the broom I used while starting the whole process? That broom is old, and besides it knowing all the corners of the house, it also does a great job sweeping so hard. So it could end up taking out the cow dung in all its glory, and we don't want that. So we are using a light broom that will do it gracefully so that the floor stays intact, and then the other brooms will come in once the dung has fully settled in and marinated on the floor. Actually, the floor has dried besides the deeper corners, and it looks really good, and it smells so fresh. I'm super excited to organize the house later and sleep. I'm going to have a great night's sleep because of the freshness of the floor. Here is where I bring in our grandma broom to finish the job.
Hi kids, I'm the oldest in the building. I sweep the best over here. Do you see how I sweep? I know all the corners of this house. That's why they never throw me away. I think I am done. I'll go back and rest. Bye kids.
So, lovely loves, we're done cleaning the house. It's looking beautiful, and I'm super grateful for having you guys hang out with me. It was phenomenal sharing with you this little part of my life. And if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe and like and share to your friends and loved ones, and drop me a comment. How will I know that you came through? Thank you guys, and please enjoy your stay.